Welcome back to Bazooka Kickboxing and MMA. In today's episode, I'm going to take you through sparring drills that will help you set up the liver. It all comes down to the timing and the setup.
Bazooka Joe Valtellini.
In today's video, I'm going to take you through different ways to attack the liver. Too many times we only have one setup to get there, your classic 1-2 left kick to the body. But there's so many subtle details that you can add to make it more efficient. For example, are you hitting with your shin or the instep? The different ways you throw it and the different timings. And especially if you land it using one way, your opponent's used to that way. This is where you have to get creative. Create a distraction, maybe attack the leg, then go back to the liver. But it all comes down to the setup and the timing, and I'm gonna take you through 5 different drills to help you hit it more efficiently. And drill 1 is all about the variation and the angle of the kick. There's so many different ways to throw your left kick, and you should watch the video above to help you talk about the different variations in the left kick. But in order to attack the liver specifically, there's different ways to land with the shin. I can land high shin versus my instep. Both are gonna hurt the liver, but both require different setups. If I'm in nice and close from this position, I might want to use a nice high shin. See how I attack with just below my knee. So I can stay in here, a nice high shin attack, almost like a little knee. But if I'm staying long and my opponent's giving me distance, I might want to attack with my left kick. With my instep, this way I can stay nice and long, right? So it's all about the variation. So high shin when I'm a little closer, or if I'm staying longer, I'm gonna attack with my insteps, which surprisingly, it's those instep slaps that will do the most damage. So depending on how you throw the kick is gonna give you a different reaction and the different sound and impact. So if I'm gonna throw one of those hard higher shins, we're gonna hear more of a thudding. And I'm gonna use Matt's shoulder as an example and hear the impact. So this is the high knee nice and close. I get more of that thudding style. Now, if I want to use my instep, it's going to give me that high snapping impact power that tend to hurt more than the actual high shin. So listen to the sound difference. You can hear that power, right? You get more of that slapping noise on the liver, which will help you get the finish. So depending on your distance, you want to determine which part of the shin or foot you want to hit with, right? So if I'm staying long, I'm going to, right, and boom, I attack nice and long. If I want to get in close, I use the high shin. All right? The second variation that you're going to find is the angle you throw the kick. So look at Matt's right now, his rear position. If he's protecting here, right, it's going to be hard for me. I might want to throw a few round kicks. As the round kick opens this, now he's giving me a little space on the liver. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my kick to a 45 kick. So instead of the kick coming so round, I'm going to go nicely under the elbow. Now he puts the elbow down, I kick the arm, he brings it up, I throw on a 45. So angle variation. So drill 1, make sure you mix up high shin versus low shin, as well as round kick versus 45. Now that you have the different types of kick you can throw, drill 2 is all about how do you set up landing that kick. And most of the times you're going to see it through punches. So let's take it the classic way, which is off of the right hand into the left kick. So whether it's a 1-2 or just the 1, we can attack here and then I attack the liver. Remember, when you do this drill with your partner, you have to remember the variations in type 1. Don't just kick the arm. The video is about precisely attacking the liver. So when I do the drill, I have to do it accordingly. So it's not just good enough to 1-2 and just throw a left kick. That was an arm kick. That wouldn't have hit the liver. So I need to do the drill with the focus on finishing the liver. So 1-2, you see me attack, okay? See me adjusting different angles, all right? That's your classic. This hand brings my hip, which lets me attack the liver. Now, as you get more advanced, you can see Matt being nice to me by giving me the liver, but those who are more advanced, you want to create that position. So when you do it, usually with more advanced students, I want Matt to actually protect the liver, right? So if he protects it, I have to be creative. I might go inside a few times, head kick, and then boom, right? I'm gonna create it by using the different variations. That's the more advanced application. All right, so after you've thrown the 1-2, right? The easy way sets up the left kick. One of my favorite ways is to make the combination a little bit more unorthodox. So I can use my jab. Usually when I jab, most people think the right low kick is coming, which most of the time it is. So that's my setup to the left kick. Boom, I attack the leg, right? Now all of a sudden Matt thinks the low kick's coming, and then that's when I throw my left kick. Okay, so using the lead side to throw the lead left kick. Set him up. All right, so even Matt in this drill knows the left kick's coming, but he doesn't know the way I'm setting it up, okay? So change either 1-2 into the left kick or use my lead hand. Now, the third variation to punched kick, which is one of my favorite, the most tricky, but also the most difficult to throw, is using my lead hook to set up the lead kick. So what's nice about it, boom, if I throw a nice hard left hook to the head, no matter what, my opponent's gotta lift that hand to block. So first time here, boom, I get that hard reaction, boom, I get it again. Now from here, I almost do it like a slapping left hook, where I'm gonna almost keep my hand on his head, and then I mix and switch to liver. Very quick. So I can do it with 2 timings. 1, 2, or I can almost keep my hand there and then throw the liver at the same time. But regardless, it's all about finding the elbow position. If the elbow is down, it's hiding the liver. If I throw upstairs, now it opened up the liver, and now I could attack the liver. Drill 3 to successfully land the body kick to the liver. It's gonna be the timing off of my opponent's right hand. So we're gonna drill, Matt throws his rear straight. As he throws, I need to make sure, 1, I block, okay? The biggest mistake is not blocking the punch. If I just go throw a left kick as the punch comes, that's almost a kryptonite to it, where he's gonna wait and try to jam it. So what I need to do is I need to understand my distance, and I need to make sure I block. So ideally, when this hand comes, I like to use a parry and then attack off of the liver. So as soon as he goes to throw that punch, I try to time just underneath the elbow. So it's all about timing. And now I can do this in 2 different timing drills. As the punch comes out, shoom, I throw it. So it's almost at the same time. It's anticipating. Or I could almost do it after. He hits, boom, and I attack. But see how I had to use the INSTEP one there because I want it to stay long, right? The variation. If I was gonna use a high shin versus his right hand, look at the range I have to be now. In order for me to land, I'm so close he can touch me. But now, if I'm gonna time it using my INSTEP, I almost have a foot between my face and his punch. That's so much distance, which keeps me a lot safer. Okay, so for this drill here, Matt's just gonna throw basic 1-2, and I'm gonna time the left kick. So what he does, I find different variations to block. Once I'm comfortable, boom, I find my timing. Okay, you just make sure you block. Find the different timings. Good. You see how I sometimes like to stay long, sometimes I might jam him and move my distance closer. Okay, different timings, different ranges. Drill 4 is all about level changes. By changing the levels of your lead kick, it's gonna help you land to the liver more effectively. You need to keep your opponent guessing, especially if I hurt the liver. No matter what, your opponent's gonna protect it. So if I'm just gonna keep kicking the liver, I'm just gonna be kicking his arms, wasting energy. So what's gonna happen now, I'm gonna show that I hurt Matt's liver. Boom. All of a sudden he protects it. He might not show it, but I know through language, through that subtle, you get that little holding of the breath or slightly down. So now I need to create offense and level changes in order for him to give me that liver back, right? So I use all those different setups, but the focus is the kick. Yes, I can use different punches to find it, but I want to use level changes with the kick. So boom, I'm gonna attack the inside leg, boom. Then I go to the head, bang. And then I might mix in the back leg. Now he's confused, right? So now I can double up my kick, bang, right? So I go inside body. To be more advanced, too many times, an advanced fighter is gonna know the double left kick. And the double left kick is always here. inside to the body. But now let's change it up a little bit. If everybody knows that, why don't I go to the head, into the leg, into the body, right? I might triple up my kick, but ultimately I have to take away the attention. It doesn't even have to be with the lead kick. I might hurt the liver, boom, and then go back to the low kick, right body kick, right low kick, and then all of a sudden, bang, I go back to the liver with my left kick, okay? So level changes with your kicks is actually gonna help you find that liver with that left kick. Round 5 is the free flow round. And every time I do rounds, I like to make my last round something that's more free flowing because this gets me thinking. So the free flow round is, Matt knows I'm going to attack the liver. The whole point of my job is to create different setups, different attacks. It's just like your opponent knowing that he's hurt. I have to go in there and be creative with my setups. I might not get it, but I just have to show I have variety in the angles, the type of kick I'm throwing, as well as the setups. Whether I'm using my punches or my level changes, something has to happen for my opponent to open up that liver. So this last round here, I'm gonna employ all the different rounds here. Whether I'm sitting here striking to find it, right? I'm gonna mix it up. Level changing, right? Lead hand to left kick, left hooks, right? 1, 2, kicks. Okay, I gotta change them up. Sometimes high shin, sometimes long shin, right? Mixing up those levels.